What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another one. It's been a really long time. Now, I actually wanted to make some cool driving outdoor videos for the first return video in quite some time, but as you can see, the weather is just complete ass today. It's kind of been like this for the last couple of days, so no fun driving today. So we're just gonna go take a drive, and I'm gonna explain where I've been, where I'm going, what the plans are, what's going on, just fill you in on the time gap that we've had. As you can see, I did not sell the car. Still here. Now, like I said, it's been a really long time since I've done a video. I think it's been 3 months, 2 months, 4 months. I don't know. I kind of completely lost track of it, to be honest. And if you saw the last video I posted, which I don't even know when that was, you have a rough idea of kind of what was going on. And I don't want to go completely into detail about everything that happened or everything that I was dealing with, because it's all very personal stuff. But I guess just to give you a baseline, or a briefing of what it was, I had something that happened that just completely rocked me financially and emotionally. Something I was not prepared for, something I wasn't expecting, something I really kind of got blindsided by. And I didn't deal with it in a very good way. I didn't deal with it in a healthy way. I wasn't doing the correct stuff to cope with something, to get through it. I was doing the, just like I said, unhealthy stuff. I wasn't I wasn't pursuing, this vision that I had anymore. I kind of dropped all my interests, all my ambition that I had disappeared. I isolated myself. I kind of cut myself off from everybody and everything, and that was my way of a little squirrely in the rain. That was the way that I dealt with it. I cut myself off, like I said, isolated. I separated myself from everything and everybody, and I wasn't doing anything except just kind of numbing the pain in the moment. That's really what I was doing for a good chunk of time there. And then I posted that video, the last one that I was talking about. And sometimes, when you think things are getting better, and then out of nowhere they suddenly get 10 times worse, it kind of goes like this, and then just immediately goes 10 times lower than they were in the first place. And that ended up happening. So I tried to rally. I made that one video explaining what was going on and saying basically, like, I'm just gonna keep going with it. And then the story unfolded a little bit further, and it just kind of spiraled me out of control even more. So it's still something I really want to pursue, making videos. This whole car thing, it's I don't feel like I'd be doing right by me to let something drag me down to my knees and keep me there and never get back up and pursue something. I think I owe it to myself. And honestly, if you feel any type of way towards anybody or anything that has ever happened to you, I think the best thing you can do to that person or to that event is continue doing what you were doing and see it through and succeed, right? I think the best thing I could do to stick it to whatever or whoever I'm trying to stick it to is to see through my vision, and one day I can look back and say I did it, and you didn't stop me, that didn't stop me, nothing brought me down, nothing stopped me down permanently. You can get knocked down, but as long as you keep going in the end, I think that's what's important. So I think I finally turned a corner. I was trying to do a lot of traveling, going out of town all the way. I was out of town like 9 weekends in a row, just not wanting to be home. I'd work through the week and then just dip out on Friday and not come back till Sunday, just doing various stuff here and there. So I've turned a corner. and I think I'm ready to get back on. You know, things are, you know, kind of getting pieced back together slowly. And like I said, I think it's a disservice to myself to let somebody else, you know, or let an event happen and permanently drag me down, you know, or, you know, nothing should stop you from doing what you want to do. Nothing. But I will say, with all that being said, man, like depression and like some of that stuff is real, very, very real. And that's not to say if you find yourself in that situation that you shouldn't be feeling anything, you should feel dumb. Like, I've been going through it, and it's been very, very severe for the past several months. And it is a real thing, you know. It's if you get knocked down, just get back up. Like, yeah, that's true. But when you're going through the middle of the storm, when you're in it, it's different. That just doesn't apply. Like, yeah, you can get back up, but you know, you don't have it in you to continually keep going. So, you know, that's a nice cliche, that's a nice saying, but like I said, when you're in the middle of the storm, when you're actually in, you know, dealing with it in the moment, it just doesn't really apply. So, you know, with that said, anyone out there that's dealing with that kind of stuff, it is real. Don't feel any less of yourself, or, you know, don't feel anything. Like, it's real, and it hurts, and it is hard. You know, I mean, that's the bottom line, is it's not easy. You know, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to admit it. You know, don't isolate yourself. I think that's one of the worst things you could do, because that seems to only magnify the negativity that you're feeling, you know, being alone. It's okay to be alone, and I think it's even healthy, it's good, it's necessary to be alone. But when you're at your lowest, when you're just at complete rock bottom, cutting everybody off is it's not the move. It's not what you should be doing. So, you know, surround yourself by positivity, by friends, by family, by people that are going to make you feel better about yourself. And that's how you drag yourself out of a hole. That's how you dig yourself out of a hole, or, you know, get yourself out of a tunnel that you feel like you can't see the other side and it's never going to come. That's how you do it. But yeah, I've been dealing with it. It is real. You know, I thought I had felt sadness and depression before, and then you feel it for real, and you're like, okay, this is, you know it when you have it. Yeah, I mean, it's no joke. It's deeper than sadness. It's, you know, several cuts below that. It's, you know, it's like you can physically feel it. You know, it's almost like physical pain. So if you're going through that, man, keep trudging. Don't give up. Don't give up what you want to do. Don't give up your dreams. Don't give up your visions, your goals, your ambitions. Don't give up any of that. Like, keep going. That's what's going to pull you out. That's what's going to get you to the other side of whatever you're feeling at the moment. It's just not stopping. So with all that being said, that's where I've been. That's, without, you know, super detail what's been going on, that's basically what I've been feeling and what's kept me from making videos. But now I still have the car. So the last video I said that I might be selling it. I think that was roughly the title, is I might be selling my car after 6 months or whatever. Not selling the car. Not gonna do that. I think that would be an L for me, and that'd be a win for, you know, the opposition. Keeping the car. Not only am I gonna keep the car, I'm gonna continue doing all the plans that I had before all the shit went down. So I do still have, you know, a build list that I want to do. One of the next things I want to do, I either want to wrap the car or ceramic coat it, and I haven't decided, and I'm going to make a whole video explaining my pros and cons of each side, and hopefully y'all can pitch in and kind of see, you know, or sway me one way, or, you know, I just want to hear opinions and thoughts on that, because, you know, I got goods and bads of both. So that's probably the next step I'm going to do, is making that video. And then there's other videos as far as like not installs or like building the car. Just, there's this badass tunnel in a city like next door called Addison. It's the Addison tunnel, and this thing sounds absolutely vicious ripping under that thing. So I want to go make some tunnel videos, just some straight up pool videos. Actually I want to make like a 10,000 mile review on the car. I just hit over 11,000 miles. I got it at 2, so, you know, like a roughly 10,000 mile review. The Corsas, I want to make a like a in-depth review of the Corsas, because those things still absolutely rip every day. One of my favorite things about this car is just hearing those. yeah, so I really just kind of wanted to get my feet wet again. This kind of feels a little weird, to be honest, because like I said, it's been so long. I've never been very natural in front of a camera anyway. I've never felt natural. I've definitely never in my life spun one around and just talked to it before making these videos. So this is totally brand new for me. So I'm trying to get my feet back wet, just making the videos, editing the videos, just putting something up. So this was just to fill you in, get my feet wet again, and then man, we're gonna hit it hard. I want to start making these videos and get back into it. So I do want to say I received a ton of comments, what to me is a ton, of people just being supportive about my situation and basically just giving kind words and saying keep going, like everything's gonna be okay. Like I get like this channel is still microscopic. That is an overstatement. Like it's nothing. It's nothing at this point. So the fact that people have been commenting and leaving stuff like encouraging words and messages and stuff like that blows my mind, and I love it. And I just wanted to thank anyone that's ever left a message, a comment, anything positive at all. Thank you very, very much. It means a ton to me, honestly. Some of my hardest days, I would sit there and I'd read some of this stuff, and complete strangers are you know, taking time out of their day to tell you that it's going to be okay and to keep pulling through. And I even had a couple of them kind of share their stories of stuff they were going through, and then say, you know, but this is where I'm at now, so if you keep persevering, you will get through it. And that stuff, man, it means infinitely more than I could ever express. So if you've ever watched 1 second of a video, if you've ever dropped a comment, even if you've left some negative shit, I don't care. Thanks for taking time out of your day to leave something on my video, you know? So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna leave this. One last thing, I made on the iOS 13 video, I had a After the Burial song popped up, and I had several people say, hey, listen to After the Burial. And that's cool to hear from my fellow hardcore listeners. Actually got a Gideon hoodie on. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. Kind of getting some comments from people out there, because I listen to music that most people do not. So with that being said, thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned. They're gonna start rolling in, I promise, guys. Thanks. Have a good day and happy Thanksgiving.